They'll never fight for you. They'll never fight for you.
I get it. I get that people expect you to actually be an operative for one party or the other, okay? That's not what we do here.
You must be out of your mind, Whoopi Goldberg. This is what fascists do. They destroy an entire area and murder people inside of it. Jesus Christ, if this isn't fascism, what is? These guys are obvious liars. Fire them all. Fire them all.
Your moral core is magnificent.
Well, and I know you probably don't want it, you don't want to think about it, but I just feel like I would feel a lot better with you leading the FBI, the CIA, the NBC.
Nope. No. Listen, like, you want to talk about undemocratic acts, guys? Bush stole an election. Okay, in 2000. Was Liz Cheney doing anything about that?
Yeah, no.
Come on, man, like what? Let's stop laundering their reputations. What are we doing? Look,
Right.
Whoopi Goldberg is, as my brother likes to say it, gooch. Like, she's good, she's comfortable, she's happy. And when your financial stability and your comfort is secured, honestly, politics just becomes a sporting event, right? And you just want your team to win. And the thing that's so frustrating to me is, look, I don't know what Whoopi Goldberg is aware of and what she's unaware of, right? I don't remember her commenting on politics back during the Bush era. So maybe she's totally unaware that Bush suspended habeas corpus for anyone who was simply suspected of being an enemy combatant, which, by the way, prevented individuals from legally challenging their detention. That's what that did. It was so egregious that the Supreme Court overturned the suspension of habeas corpus because it was unconstitutional 2 years later.
And what are we talking about? Liz Cheney's a neocon. She was 100% in favor of the Iraq war. She has the same exact policies as Dick Cheney, her father.
In favor of torture, till this day refuses to say it was the wrong thing to do.
In favor of warrantless wiretapping. So this house was like, oh great, let's bring in all the worst Republicans on earth.
Yep.
And put them inside the Democratic Party and then make them attorney general. That's one of the 4 most important posts in the entire government.
Can I just?
And giving it to a Cheney, the Democrats? You must be out of your mind, Whoopi Goldberg.
The View right now is like a laundromat for neoconservatives.
Yeah, I don't want the neocons in our party. And so thank you, Liz Cheney, appreciate it. I'm sure you'll be spectacularly wealthy as a lobbyist. But put her in charge of the CIA. Who did the torture?
Oh my God.
The CIA did. So that's the View going, yay, Democrats are Republicans now. Now we'll be doing the torture because our moral core is so magnificent. You guys get it. Trump's terrible. That doesn't make Liz and Dick Cheney and George Bush wonderful. It's not a hard concept to understand unless you're on the View.
A lot of criticism in the last couple of days directly addressed at President Biden. Can you address that criticism?
To do what he did, meaning
Running again, not stepping aside faster, and showing what some people say, quoting folks here, an arrogance of believing he was the only one who could beat Donald Trump.
I mean, look, the president, this is the president who has been the only person has been able to beat Donald Trump. I mean, that is true.
There was a cover up in regard to Joe Biden's mental decline.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop. The election's over, so let's stop, like, walking on eggshells because people are gonna get upset. I don't care how upset people get, okay? There was a cover up by the Democratic Party in regard to Joe Biden's mental decline, okay? As a result of that, I mean, they just sat around and allowed this guy to run for re-election, knowing what a freaking risk that was. I mean, they're running around talking about what a threat Donald Trump is as they are carrying out an egregious cover up. And anyway, the Democratic Party is super lost right now, okay? They are, and they're gonna keep losing elections if they keep, engaging in this ridiculous hive mind and not taking personal responsibility for the cover up itself, the failure of the Harris campaign, the corruption that has completely taken over the Democratic Party. If none of that changes, there's no reason to support Democrats. What have they been offering us, Cenk? And I remember people being real upset with us, so angry, oh, you're hurting the Democratic Party. Because God forbid, political pundits do their job, right? Like, I get it. I get that people expect you to actually be an operative for one party or the other, okay? That's not what we do here. We give our analysis. The cover up was happening the whole time, but we were the bad guys, right? It's so ridiculous.
To get me, somebody would have to shoot through the fake news. And I don't mind that so much.
Look, guys, I get that he had a joking tenor to that conversation, but after they all yelled at us and everyone involved, Democrats, media, the MAGA and Trump did, like, oh my God, you guys said mean things about Donald Trump. And some of them were such insults that we think that it might have led to people taking a shot at him. So you all have to bring down your violence. I remember Piers Morgan yelling at me for about 20 minutes straight about, oh my God, the Democrats have such terrible violent rhetoric. And you can't say the democracy's on the line. If you say democracy's on the line, that means he's a fascist. That means he's like Hitler. That means somebody should, like 8 different steps, right? Here, there's no extra steps. He says they'll have to shoot through the media, which I wouldn't mind. So what happened to being outraged by violent rhetoric? I guarantee you, Piers Morgan, MAGA, Trump world will not be outraged by it at all because they feel that they are entitled to say things like that, but no one is allowed to say anything back. I don't want either side doing any violent rhetoric. It's a really dumb idea, and for Trump to do it, well, he could say he was joking, but so was the comedian who called Puerto Rico garbage. How's that working out for you guys? So please spare me any fake outrage about what any Democrat says after Trump says all of this. First of all, this General Cohen has clarified the matter. It's exactly as we told you guys. That is textbook ethnic cleansing. We're going to remove everyone from northern Gaza, and then they're going to resettle it, and they're going to take it. That is what this war has been about from day one. So this whole thing about self-defense, it was never, ever about self-defense. It was always a plan to take this land. In fact, the great legendary IDF, Mossad, Shin Bet, etc. Well, they knew about October 7th. They've admitted that they knew about October 7th, and they didn't do anything about it. Is it because they knew, oh, we need an excuse? Oh, it was the Palestinians that made us slaughter them. It was the Palestinians who made us murder them and ethnically cleanse them so we could take more of their land for safety and breathing room. So look, there's no more excuses left, but I will preview this for you. Now, soon, the talking points will shift from, we are not going to take land. That is outrageous and anti-Semitic. How dare you say that too? Well, of course we're gonna take the land. There's no civilians left there. All 400,000 are terrorists. When he says there's no more civilians left there, that doesn't mean there's nobody there. That means we're gonna kill them all and call them terrorists. And if you're a supporter of Israel and you're saying, that is outrageous to say that they're stealing land, then promise me that if Israel moves in settlers into that land and starts stealing it, that you're going to object. You're not going to, are you? Then you're going to shift to your new excuse of the Palestinian civilians are all terrorists, so they made us kill them and steal all of their land. I mean, safety, self-defense. Now you see all the goddamn lies. And then Netanyahu fired Yoav Gallant, his defense secretary. And that's because Gallant didn't want to go back to getting into occupying Palestinians, etc. He was a slight barrier. It's not like Gallant's a good guy. Gallant carried out this genocide, right? But he's like, oh, you only want to do genocide and you don't want to steal all the Palestinian land and grind them into the goddamn ground and murder them all. Okay, you're fired. So, okay, congratulations. You know, we use the term fascist in America. This is what fascists do. They destroy an entire area and murder people inside of it. Jesus Christ, if this isn't fascism, what is? Israel, are you proud? Are you proud of the monsters you have become? Look at this place. Now they're gonna murder everyone inside northern Gaza. It also matters how you talk about things. So it's one thing to go, I have a good plan on housing, and then and here's my anodyne, normal, boring, dull ad on it, maybe, right? It's another thing to go, I'm gonna get those son-of-bitch Wall Street guys. Here's how much our housing prices were before private equity started buying up all the homes. Here's what they are now. Well, these guys are gonna drive us all out of the market. They're gonna take all of our homes and they're gonna turn us into renters and they're gonna make us work for them the whole time. Now, if you tell a Democrat that, they go, oh, no, that's so uncivil. Don't do that, please, no, that's so uncivil, right? You know what that resonates with? The average American who didn't go to Yale with you, okay? And who isn't planning to be a lobbyist afterwards, and who doesn't have nothing but banker friends. The average American wants you to be pissed, because they're pissed because they can't afford houses anymore. Imagine if somebody said, I'm not gonna stand for it. We had houses, you're gonna have a house. And if I gotta go after every son of a bitch on Wall Street, then that's what I'm gonna do, okay? Oh, no way, there's a 0% chance any weak Democrat will ever do that for you. They'll never fight for you, And that's why they keep losing to ridiculous, moronic clowns like Donald Trump. How do you lose to a guy like that? Twice. You think they'll learn anything? They'll learn nothing. You know, you did go talk about woke mind virus. A lot of that is BS. There's a Washington mind virus. Money's supposed to lead to victories. You raised $1 billion. Where the F is our victory? And they say, oh, Jake, you're too angry. Too angry? What? You think, does Donald Trump look like he's kind? Does he look like he's in a good mood? I mean, no, people want some sort of reaction from their politicians. They want them to represent them, to fight for them. But that has never occurred to a Democrat outside of Bernie Sanders, and probably we never will. So look, I have no interest in listening to a single Democratic politician ever again. They can go kiss my ass, they can do whatever they want, and we never listen to them anyway, and they hate us because we're right and they're wrong. They're always wrong, and they hate us for being right. So the next time that some son of a bitch on MSNBC or in the Democratic Party tells you, oh no, be a good boy and girl, be civil, and vote for Democratic leaders, they know what they're doing. Those are the same goddamn liars that told you that Joe Biden was totally fine, that he was young and he was dynamic behind the scenes, and it wasn't a problem at all. At that point, he was down 8 points nationally. He was getting slaughtered. He was down by 18 in Iowa, and I could go on and on. They've been lying to you the whole time. If you're on the left, you're a Democratic voter. Wakey. I need to wake you up out of the hypnosis that you're in, that Morning Joe and The View and all of mainstream media has put you in. They're lying to you. Why do you think they keep losing? Do you think they keep telling you how smart they are and how they're gonna deliver you victories? And all they ever do is deliver loss after loss after loss. So Democratic voters, snap out of it. These guys are obvious liars. Fire them all. Fire them all. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.